taking the week off to get a little practice in before the Georgia Bulldogs come to town next Saturday. It is a night game for Auburn and Georgia at Jordan-Hare Stadium. Brian Brinsfield, former Auburn Tiger, is here to talk about where we are as a football team right now. And Brian, two very tough losses, as we have talked, at Oklahoma, at Texas A&M, two top 15, top 10 teams. A lot of rumors going around. A lot of people are upset about what has happened, not necessarily about the loss, maybe, but the way the offense has performed in the last couple of games under Hugh Freeze. Of course, we dealt with the hideaway play at Oklahoma and the referees, and I'm sure that has built in some frustration also. But what's your take on it? Where are we, and what should the fans and the ex-players and everybody be feeling right now?
Yeah, I may take the week off since we're off. How about that?
I
No,
like it.
man, what do I say? I want to say this. I want to say that we're in Freeze 3.0. I mean, right? This is year three, and we're kind of seeing the same thing.
Yeah.
If I'm being just incredibly honest and transparent, that's what I say. If I'm being an Auburn fan, I say, hey, we're going to get better. It's going to get better, and we're going to stick it out, um, and we'll weather the storm, and we'll beat Georgia, and then we'll go on to better things, and we've got great talent and things like that. I just don't know if I believe that right this second, and it's hard to, Doug. I mean, it's really hard to when you see the product on the field.
I had this discussion. I was on a TV show after the ball game Saturday night, and they asked me about the recruiting and the talent of Auburn's football team. And I said, well, in some instances, yes, Auburn has recruited well. Cam Coleman,
Hmm.
probably you could point to a number of guys out there
Yeah,
that are good football players.
yeah.
But on the flip side of that, has that not driven you crazy the last 2 weeks to watch the offensive linemen make mistakes and penalties and what have you? I said our two offensive tackles that we have that we recruited in the portal and came from pretty good programs, decent programs, Virginia Tech and Southern Cal, um, don't seem to be getting the job done. So in that respect, no, we haven't done a very good job in recruiting there. So um, I don't know. It seems frustrating to not have really any of the pieces of the puzzle working because you could talk about the quarterback, you could talk about the coaching, you could talk about the wide receivers to a certain extent. Certainly the offensive line, the running backs have been, I don't know if they have a fighting chance really, but
Yeah.
so I don't know where we are offensively. It's just frustrating, I think, for everybody.
Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of pieces of the puzzle that are just not there, like you said, can you put your finger on it? Is it talent? Is it the recruiting of talent? Is it the Do we have the talent and we're not progressing the talent? We're not meaning we're not coaching up to our ability. And listen, I watched a lot of football on Saturday and I watched a lot of football on Sunday. Not one game did I see the mistakes and just sloppy play that I saw that Auburn make.
Yeah.
And it was over and over and over. And my dad made a comment last night. We were talking about Coach Dye and Coach Atkins, who he played for, and some other coaches that probably wouldn't have put up with this, and probably would have said some things in the media that would have gone a different way, maybe after the game or whatever. But uh, you know, even the commentator during the middle of the game, there was a sideline reporter that said, "Hey, I hear where they're saying, hey, they're going to take Xavier Chapman out of the game if he doesn't stop what he's doing, if he
Yeah.
doesn't stop making mistakes and jumping
Yeah.
off sides." They never did it.
Right.
So, where's the accountability?
The last 2 weeks or more, isn't that what Hugh Freeze said leading up to the game? We have to get ahead of the sticks. We
Yeah.
can't be in third and long. And almost every dang series in the first half of play against A&M, we're behind the sticks in third and long, and we didn't convert any of them.
Yeah.
And the other thing he said was we have to run the football better. And we come out against A&M. I don't think we ran for what 6 or 7 plays at the
Yeah.
beginning of the game.
Yeah. Well, we had -1 yards in the fourth quarter. I think it was. So, but you're right. And I think, I know that when I was in Las Vegas before the Oklahoma game, I said one of the keys to this game is going to be getting ahead of the sticks and having 4 yards or less to go on third down. And we didn't do it. But I thought we were going to come out and throw the ball at Oklahoma, and we did to a degree. We threw the ball downfield a little bit to Cam, but good gosh, Cam had a foot on this DB at Oklahoma, and he had every chance in the world to make a play. So but we only threw it, I think, 3 times downfield. We really didn't throw it downfield at all against A&M, but we couldn't. I mean, Stan White, we played at Tennessee my freshman year, and it was the first game we lost. We beat Georgia Southern, Ole Miss, and went out to Texas and beat Texas on Thursday night. Played in Neyland Stadium, and I've never seen a quarterback get that beat up in my whole entire life to this day.
That Stan did.
As Stan did.
Uh-huh.
And I made the remark. Somebody said, "Well, why didn't he just throw the ball?" And I made the remark to him. This was after the game, after we got back to Auburn. It was a student, and I said, "Well, it's hard to throw the ball when you're on your back, and it really is."
Yeah.
But I mean, Jackson, and Bo kind of was in the same thing. Bo was always running for his life, right?
Yeah.
But look what Bo did at Oregon. So is it coaching? Is it development? I don't know. I don't know.
Well, to that point, kind of takes me to what Hugh Freeze said after the game in the post game when he said we're going to try to reevaluate everything we're doing. I think he was talking about. I'm pretty sure he was talking about the coaching staff and not so much the players. But we saw Arkansas make the big move with their coaching staff in recent days. I don't think anything like that is going to happen at Auburn, not this off week anyway.
Yeah.
But is it possible that you can reevaluate everything you're doing in an off week heading into Georgia and make tremendous changes in what you're doing?
Absolutely not. You
No.
can't. No. I mean, his offense is his offense, and his offense has been there for 3 years, and his offense is set in stone. It's not going to change in a week. It's not going to change in 2 weeks. Excuse me. And so that's what we're going to see. And so to answer your question, no, it's either they're going to have to execute his offense, or we're going to see the same thing at Georgia. One of the two things are going to happen. But I want to go back and look at some press conferences from last year, because I think we heard the same thing in the middle of last year. Hey, we're going to have to reevaluate. You can't reevaluate in the middle of the year. It's just too late. That's not when you reevaluate.
Yeah.
Reevaluate at the end of the year, going in before the season starts.
Yeah. Even though you have 2 off weeks now during the season.
Yeah, it's just not the time to do it.
No, it's the time to reevaluate would be in the spring, I would think.
Yeah.
Or before that.
The winter.
Yeah. When you're lifting weights and the coaches have some free time.